Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I had another presentation to do today. But I want to talk to you guys about TeenSHARP and how it has helped me get into college. So, growing up, I really wanted to go to University of Penn, which led to my childhood dream of becoming a doctor. I didn't know anything about Ivy Leagues, reach schools, or acceptance rates. These are all things now as a college access ambassador I know as well as I know my own name. As a pre-K student, every morning I followed my aunts to the bus stop in front of Irvine Auditorium on Penn's campus. There I saw people wearing scrubs or what at the time I thought to be pajamas that some adults were allowed to wear to work. At the time, my mom also worked as a medical assistant at University of Penn Hospital and encouraged me to choose a profession in healthcare while also making it abundantly clear that college education was a must and a prerequisite to my life success. Recently, I had an opportunity to chat with students at my soon-to-be college. Somehow we ended up talking about the American dream. While each of us had different ideas about what the American dream meant to us, everyone agreed that living the American dream also meant working hard to provide for a better future for our children. In this way, my mom is undoubtedly living the American dream. As much as she struggled, pushed, and pulled, I think she has done an outstanding job to put me in a situation to do great things. One of the most important decisions she made was enrolling me in the TeenSHARP program. It has been my privilege to be a part of TeenSHARP. It feels like it was just yesterday that I was sitting around a group of unfamiliar teen faces at Rutgers Camden going through a series of activities as we were being selected to become college access ambassadors. We talked about the readings that we were previously giving and that I had crammed in a day before the selection process. In all fairness, this was before advising sessions with Tatiana would show me that procrastinating and cramming last minute would not be acceptable going forward. The most interesting activity that we did that day was creating a skit on why high school students should go to college. At the time, I knew nothing about college except for the fact that my mother insisted it was a prerequisite to success. So as I tried to come up with reasons that weren't as vague as because your mom said so and because you want to be successful, I drew a blank. Luckily, I made up for lack of content by making the skit humorous and getting a few laughs, but still after that day, I wondered, why go to college? Even when I received the email stating that I got accepted into the TeenSHARP College Access Ambassador Program, I did not have the slightest idea of what I wanted out of college or for myself, or let alone what I wanted from this program. The first couple of TeenSHARP days consisted of fun icebreakers, interesting activities that made me think this program isn't so tough after all. I'm having fun, meeting new people who share the same academic achievement as me, and we're trying to obtain the ultimate goal, which was to go to college. After about the third TeenSHARP session, however, we went into full gear. The articles we had to read were now folder busters and filled with material that could be discussed for hours. Looking back on my 3 years in the program, I think it's fair to say that every senior and college access ambassador has complained about the work on top of work that had to be done, but it ultimately laid a foundation for every single one of us. Questions that we were once unable to answer, like the importance of a college education, perfect fit, what is a safety match and reach school, difference between liberal arts colleges and research universities, and how to stand up for our beliefs as young adults regarding social justice were answered. On a more granular level, we learned how to be well-rounded leaders. This senior class has leaders that come in all shapes and sizes. Austin Yanez, for one, is going to China for a year, which is amazing in itself, and coming back to the States to continue his studies at Swarthmore. Brianna Murray is going to Providence College in Rhode Island. Tamia Teller will be going to Ithaca College in New York, and while all my fellow senior college access ambassadors will be heading to the Northeast, I'll be working on my TAN in Atlanta, Georgia at Emory University. I go to school with students who are part of programs like TeenSHARP, whose entire purpose is to get students prepared and put in a position to go to college. I recently had a conversation with one of my classmates who was a part of Philly Futures. She was a 4.1 GPA student, decent SAT scores, and a part of a few extracurriculars in which she held leadership roles in all of them. Now to my college access ambassadors, we know this student could be competitive at some of the best colleges and universities in the nation. Yet she only applied to state schools Temple, Drexel, CCP, and Villanova. Due to the program that she was a part of, they were solely focused on getting her into college. That was in state, and secondly, going to give her the most money. They failed to look at the resources these universities had for students, whether or not the student would be challenged, or the chances of the student going to a college in which the retention rate was higher than 60%. Against my own advising, she decided to go to Community College of Philadelphia and then transfer into Temple. but I wonder where she could have gone if she had the type of advising we received at TeenSHARP. On top of having the support of ambassadors, we have a superb group of parents, mentors, and alums that played a pivotal part in our growth and success. And even as we move on to the next phase of college life, their support still lingers. When asked what TeenSHARP has helped me with the most, my answer has consistently been on developing my leadership skills. But what I truly learned from TeenSHARP is in the name itself. I became more successful, high achieving, and reaching potential. Through this program, I was able to push myself to beat the odds. As an urban kid in a crumbling public school system, ranked 70th in a high school class of 173, and with an average SAT score, I will be going to a university ranked 21st in the nation. It was all possible through the decisions my mom made for me throughout my life, the biggest one being to join the TeenSHARP program, which has allowed me to reach my highest potential during high school. And thank you guys.